go back, way back, and talk about some of the milestones in the history of the evolution of social media that got us to the exciting point in time where we are right now. So I think that social media is kind of way overhyped. I think it's the same thing that's been going on for a long time, except for now it's become easy enough for even the dumbest celebrities to know how to use it. And now corporate business dudes are totally interested in it also, and that's why it's gone mainstream. So I think that social media didn't start in front of the computer screen. It started online on a copper telephone wire and on a rotary dial telephone. And I think that the phone was the first kind of media that people used to explore and connect with other people that they didn't know. So the first social media geeks were the phone freaks. And the phone freaks built boxes. They used whistles and secret access codes to get into the back areas of the telephone system, connect with people all around the world, and explore different things. So when I was in high school, I was a phone freak and I was a voicemail hacker because we didn't have blogs and Twitter. So we'd take over a corporate voicemail system and be like, yo, this is the Grim Reaper, conference call tonight, access code 3573. And we'd stay up all night long and just geek out and talk about like phones and hacking and stuff like that. So before the web, the internet's been around for longer than the web. And before the web, it used to be a kind of geeky, boring, like library physics project kind of vibe. People would send emails and install software. But BBS has started to change that. So BBSs came out in '79, and people would dial up with an acoustic modem one at a time. And they'd, chat with people and upload files. And they had ANSI before we had pictures. But then commercial online services started getting bundled with computers, and they made it more mainstream. But these online services were expensive, like CompuServe charged by the hour and Prodigy charged by the message, and it left people a little bit hungry for more. So a major evolution online was the first online chat room in 1980. And this inspired entire new levels of language, and it inspired amazing dexterity where people got impassioned and learned how to type with just one hand. So all this one-handed typing and passion led to love and marriage. So Phil Donahue reported on the first online wedding where people met online and got married in real life. And then in 1991, there was the first online wedding where the bride and groom typed, I do. So 20 years before Twitter got big, there was internet relay chat, and people used to, post their status updates, talk about their links, and it was a little bit more technical and geeky. And these were the popular hashtags or channels back in the day. So the web came out in 1991, and with it came like a lot of forums and online communities that weren't local. They were more global, and people from all over the world started to come together and talk about certain different things and issues. But then the internet got really big when AOL started spamming these CDs in every Safeway, post office, and Walmart. And the people on the internet started to complain like, oh man, the internet's jumping the shark, there's all these idiots that can't type on here anymore, oh no. So then a big giant leap also was ICQ, made by an Israeli company in 1996, and it connected us from desktop to desktop, so we didn't have to go to a certain kind of destination, and we expressed all these cute emotions that we never did before. But for me, the most epic summer of all social media, summer 1999, Napster came out. We were able to download music. There was no RIAA, there was no iTunes, there was nobody saying this was immoral. It was just exciting as hell. And then in 1997, or back then, some girl said, hey, you've got to check out Friendster and be my friend on there. And I thought it was kind of dumb, but after a while it kind of grew on me. And then I got this major buzz from the social news sites where people could filter news and have a huge community discussion. So I think that this Twitter thing is kind of overblown. I think that the real-time status update has been happening for a long time. But what's really cool is the mobile aspect of it, where you can check in and you can share media when you're in a restaurant or in a club or even here. So that's cool. And I'm really starting to get interested in experiment with stuff like Google Wave for working internationally. So now we can really socially collaborate and do work rather than just mail each other attachments back and forth to different committees. So I think the big buzzword for this year that I've heard a lot about is augmented reality. And some people are saying that we can look through a mobile phone or through our phone camera and see listings or information or leave graffiti or just see images of our friends. So that might be pretty cool, but what I'm really looking forward to is breaking away from the keyboard and the screen. I just think that those are really confining to be around too much, and I just look forward to a social media where we're not totally tied into that all the time. So thank you.